Damn, he disappeared again? Oh, they're over there. Hey, the car made it.
It did.
Nick had to do it all by himself because I relocated.
Yeah.
I bailed.
A ton of hard work.
It's a little bit tough. Alright, how's it going, everybody? We are out here August 8th and 9th for the Strange Outlaw Streetcar Shootout. I don't even know the name of the damn thing anymore, but out here again for 850. We were here July 4th. Sucked and not even worth putting a video together. So if you want to see the last pass, here it is. If I decide not to put it in, then it didn't. But back out here again for the 850 index class. Car's ready, and the trailer camper is also ready. So I don't know if I actually officially announced that, because every time I've brought it, we've sucked so bad I haven't made a video about the race. So that is my Coleman 17B. I recently moved to Mooresville, North Carolina. I put a picture of where we stayed last night, and that is the reason why I purchased it. So we'll be doing some longer distance traveling, and I'll make sure I get back here racing with the family in this little camper. So we got the car ready to go. September 18th and 19th, and 19th and 20th. There is a no time race here that actually has little gangsters, so we kind of have an idea this car can go 850 at Cecil. We've done it, we've tested and raced here a couple times so far, so we're actually going to test for little gangsters this morning, and then go into Q1 later tonight for 850. So see if we can get this thing to a 530. We've gone much faster than that. We know it's got more than that, but obviously got to dial it in because it's really just an index class with no time. So we're going to test for little gangsters this morning and get it to 850 later. So first pass is complete. Nick heard a little bit of knocking around in the rear end in the back of the car. We think it was actually one of the loose weights back there because it rolls and drives fine. We don't see anything. So he actually let out. He went off 541, going 117, which normally the car goes like 130 to the 8th. So he let out because of that noise. So went well. We're going to try the same thing over again, probably get us in the 520s, and then start going for 850. This is my third take. I'm doing this, and I'm doing this for good, this one take. So as you guys can tell, we're not in Maryland right now. As you can see probably by the clips prior to this one, we took a big chunk out of the ring gear, and now we're home. Some people might know, and some people might not. I've been trying to make a video, but everything's been so crazy. I want to make an update video on what's going on. But I recently moved to Mooresville full-time, Mooresville, North Carolina. But I plan on coming back and forth every so often, hopefully 2 times a month, to finish up this car. So being that I was already in Maryland, and we were pretty much shot on test day, we just hightailed it home last night, and now I'm here today. And Dad has been working heavily on the car and the tranny and getting the clutch in. And I really, really wanted to be here to put the tranny in, even though, it's not the biggest job. But, I mean, the car is really close to being done, and it's a key part to the car, obviously. So I really want to be here. and somehow, some way, Nick's car broke, and we turn a shitty situation into a pretty good one. So I'm here. We're gonna put the training in today. Hopefully, I'll show you what Dad's been up to on the car, and yeah,
you know. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Weld it, weld it, weld it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I'm doing.
So, do you want to run through what this stuff is?
Not now.
Okay. Okay, so since the last time I've been in here, which was something like 2.5 weeks ago, we got the car fired up, so I'll put that shot right here. Since then, the wiring was obviously kind of a mess because we were really just worried about getting it fired up and not really the tidiness. So since then, Dad actually came down and moved me in, and then when they got back, unfortunately they got COVID, so they actually were, you know, house sick for a little while. So in between then, those 2 weeks of them being sick and me moving, he has cleaned up a lot of the wiring and stuff. Also shout out to the race wire. Brian, shout out to you guys for helping us out. The great product. Okay. Okay, yeah. So he's welding the bell housing right now because we have to put a window in it to adjust the clutch. So he's doing that right now. And he also put the clutch in, measured and everything since then as well. So I'll show you that. It's a Ram clutch. So that's pretty much all set up and ready to go. He's been working on that, and I guess he's been writing notes on the floor, but the clutch is in as well. So it's really just the bell housing, finishing up the window, then put the bell housing in, and then slide the tranny in, which is pretty sweet. Alright, so we just got back from Ace Hardware picking up some hardware, and drilling out these holes to get the window in. And then the bearing over here was made by who?
Malwood.
So Malwood bearing. And then the G5R tranny that will eventually go in the car, hopefully later today. Okay, so now these are drilled and tapped, and so are these. This is a hole that's already in the bell housing. We're gonna have to make a plate to protect it because it's actually by my feet. So we drilled and tapped holes as well. We got to make a little shield, but we're gonna wait for another time to do that. At least it's you know, the plate itself is you know, all the holes are drilled and everything like that. It's just you can make a plate and drill those holes on the new plate. So this is all ready to go. It's welded in parts and now drilled and tapped for the window. Alright, so excuse the horrifying mess with electrical that's still getting tidied up. The tranny is officially in and bolted up, which is pretty sick. So we should be able to get a measurement on the drive shaft and some odds and ends, and then hopefully next time I'm back here, which I wasn't actually supposed to be here today, but being that Nick's car broke and I was already 3 hours away, I got to do this with him, which he was gonna have to do it by himself, which obviously sucks. I mean, I've put a lot of time and effort into this car, and obviously it's turned out to be more than just a car. It's the memories me and my dad have made making this, you know, building this car. So, you know, key instruments like that, like a motor and tranny, I mean, like they're like the two biggest components of a car. So luckily we got the car started before I officially left, but I don't know. God works in mysterious ways, and it could have all just worked out that way on purpose. I don't know, but with Nick's car being unfortunately broken this weekend, I got the opportunity to do this for my dad the day after, so I'm definitely grateful for that. And I'll be back. We got a couple more races to finish up. I can only go like every other weekend. I don't want to leave my daughter or my wife and everybody in North Carolina every single weekend. So I'm pretty much gone every other weekend, and then once every other weekend of racing dies down, then I'll be back here every other weekend, or maybe every 2 weekends, to finish up this car and get it ready to go. But the tranny's in, which is awesome. I can't wait to drive this thing. I just can't wait. It's been so long.